So important to note, the information that we're sharing about what's in this agreement is just based off of what Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and Governor Evers are telling us, because there's no actual physical bill yet. It is still being drafted, probably as we speak right now. It's important to note, too, that there's also still many restrictions in the bill for all municipalities, specifically Milwaukee as well. It also, this extensive bill would spend invest $1 billion in K through 12 schools. That is about roughly a $325 increase per pupil. That was a priority of Governor Evers. Also, $50 million is slated to improve reading scores, and there's going to be $30 million for mental health programs. Regardless of all the things that are in this is a major significant step to see all these parties involved and Milwaukee officials to come to some agreement after many, many weeks of almost a standoff where we weren't getting any updates on where this thing was going.
So the path forward now, Finance can meet Tuesday and Thursday next week, possibly, then wrap up the budget on the 20th. We talked last week about how this is the linchpin. They had to have this piece in place to get the budget done. So now we have a path to get the budget done. Get it to the floor end of June in both houses on Evers' desk in July. Then we get a summer. So that's good. Interesting with this, for example, that Diesel we don't know, talk about the $1 billion. The governor's office said it's $1 billion between state aid and property taxes. Remember, for those at home, with school districts, you have these revenue limits, so per pupil spending. It's a cap per student. They're locked in almost 3 decades ago. The more state aid you put in, the less you raise from property taxes. We don't know the mix exactly of that $1 billion. If it follows the 2/3 formula we've had in the past, it'd be about $667 million in state money. That means a $330 million increase in property taxes. Details to be determined. Lots of things like that we're going to watch. Also, what's key here is the governor wants these bills to move in tandem. He wants the education bill for vouchers and the shared revenue bill to get to him at the same time. He does not want to have them send him the education bill, which just has a voucher stuff in it, as far as I understand right now, the increase in those vouchers, and sign that and have him change the shared revenue thing, right? He wants to make sure everything stays as is.
Rewind. Your Week in Review is sponsored by the Wisconsin Realtors Association, bringing Wisconsin communities to life with great homes, businesses, and neighborhoods. The Wisconsin Realtors Association, the voice of real estate.